Great. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, as you said in the thanks that Ed's already shared with you, and also thank you for your heartfelt words. I know actually my wife was tearful through that speech of yours, so thank you for that, and again Ed, thank you for your words as well. I know Ed and Jenny have been so excited and really some good anticipation for today, so you to be able to make it so special is absolutely brilliant, so thank you for that. And thank you as well for the bridesmaids and ushers and co-best man. And you've all done a great job, and it's been great to have you. Yeah, maybe these guys have such a good day. I first heard about Ed and Jenny getting married, and they told me about the date that they were going to be getting married. So straight away, I put the date in my diary. The unfortunate thing is, what I realised is when you put a date in your diary, it actually gets a little bit messy. This is what's happened to the date that was in my diary. It's got a bit stuck to the page, unfortunately. So anyway, they're not going to get much better than that, to be honest. So just to give you a heads up. Well, I guess in terms of messiness, right back at the start, with some of Ed's, let's say, messy tendencies. But before I go on, I'd just like to introduce myself. As I said, my name is Josh, and I've known Ed for about 10 years, 7 of which I've actually lived with him, and 3 of those 7 we actually co-own the house together, which I no longer co-own, so that has come to an end. But yeah, so I've kind of, if you like, got to know Ed and had a real insight into a little bit about what makes him tick. I would just add that this morning I had actually quite a nice and a good speech to give to you, some kind words about Ed. But this is what Ed said over breakfast. Ed said, I just want to tell you that if your speech is not filthy, you shouldn't have bothered coming. Fortunately for you, Jenny, I don't always listen to everything Ed says. So in this case, hopefully it won't be what he's wanting to do. As I said, Ed's got some messy tendencies, and over the years of living with him, I've managed to pick up numerous items. I'm sure Mary and I will equate to this as well. A number of items that have been sort of scattered across the house. However, as he enters marriage, I'm sure all these tendencies are likely to change, and I do feel that it's therefore right to focus on some of really the things that made Ed the man he is today. And nowhere is better to start really than Ed's early days. Those of you that were looking at the pictures during the meal there would have seen that Ed was a real looker. And this was actually noted by a friend of Ed's nan, who was really surprised by this, or raved about a little boy with corn-coloured hair and bright blue eyes. What happened, mate? Also, really going on with Ed's childhood, as a young boy, Ed was an avid fan of a popular children's TV show, which was shown at 1:20 daily. He was there on the TV, without fail, to see Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat, early in the morning. Ed's not very good early in the morning. Anyway, I digress. Going back to Postman Pat, a family friend came to visit, and Ed's mum said we must not miss Ed's favourite TV programme, and unfortunately Ed ended up missing Postman Pat. However, as good friends do, Ed, you're never going to need to miss Postman Pat again, because I've bought you the movie, Postman Pat movie. So there's a present for you. So sorry for those times that your family friends came to invade your time watching Postman Pat. As I was saying earlier on as well, Ed's not very good early in the mornings, but this morning was actually different. Ed was round today, he was eager, he was excited. I was returning to Norwich. But more seriously, I think it was due to the fact that he was going to be marrying Jenny, and also Jenny did absolutely amazing today, and so I know Ed was so eager to enter this special day and marry you. So I guess I want to put some stuff in context for what's to follow, because As Ed referred to, I've been married for about 2.5 months now, and Ed was actually the best man at my wedding. And Ed decided very kindly to give me some gifts. One of those gifts was the Kama Sutra Dot to Dot, which we've not even looked at. And he also talked about my pooing habits. Therefore, I guess as the saying goes, give as good as you get, so here goes. There's a report from, again, Ed's mum's been very helpful in this process with Daniel as well, in telling me some stories about Ed from his past. And one of those stories was when Ed was younger, he loved his yellow t-shirt and matching pair of trousers. And he was, as you can see, and I think you might have seen on the picture there earlier, he was the height of fashion. Now, the thing is, Ed actually never told me his love for this yellow t-shirt, and in a city where yellow is actually very common, the Canaries just down the road, I thought actually it would be good to get Ed a nice yellow t-shirt. So what I've got is a nice yellow t-shirt here. So there we go, nice yellow t-shirt just here. Okay. So it's just a nice plain yellow t-shirt there, so that you can relive your youth. The decision of whether to bother with trousers, Jenny, I'll leave up to you. Okay? So I'll leave you up to decide about the trousers. I guess I've had many, just sort of conversations with Ed over the years, and also many debates about a number of issues. And one of those very important issues that we've debated about is the age-old question, scrunch or fold? Now, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but those of you that don't know, do you scrunch your toilet paper or do you fold your toilet paper when you wipe? Okay? Now, Ed, you're right actually, I do love talking about poo, and that's really really clear. Ed's a scruncher and I'm a folder. And I think Ed actually could really do some reading material about this matter. So last week I was away with my wife and I went into the shower shop and I absolutely loved that spot. Because what I found is another little gift Ed here, and it's a book called Bum Fodder. And it's an absorbing history of toilet paper, okay? And I thought this would be really good for Ed to read, particularly whilst on the toilet. So again, Ed, just a nice book for you there, okay? There we go. So anyway, let's just sort of raise the tone a little bit. I know you're sort of getting to some not very nice areas, but here's another heartwarming, I guess, and endearing story from Ed's childhood once again. When Ed was young, he would be in his buggy, and his mum and dad would be taking him down the road, and at the end of the road there was a series of stone lions, so lions within the stone. And now Ed, basically without fail, every time, it was kind of a ritual of his, he would have to get out of his buggy, and he would have to go along each of the lions, and he would have to kiss each of the lions on the stone. Now, unfortunately, I've not got stone lions, but I do have a little lion here. So Ed, what I thought is you could just recreate that moment for us right now by just, getting out of your chair and just kissing this lion. That'd be brilliant.